Nick Carraway as unreliable narrator. Writer of the novel is Francis Scott Key Fitzgerald. So, this is my information. Points of presentation. Uh, Introduction of novel, introduction of writer, characters, Nick as narrator of the novel, and conclusion. So, introduction of the novel. These points I will not discuss in detail because my topic is Nick Carraway. So, I just put a brief information. Writer is F. Scott Fitzgerald, published in April 10 April 1925. The genre of the novel is tragedy, and the novel cover the age or the Roaring Twenties. The narrative style is a first-person narrative technique. F. Scott Fitzgerald. About F. Scott Fitzgerald. He was born on 24 September 1896, and he was died on 21 December 1940. He was essayist, short story writer, and screenwriter. Here I have a hyperlink to read that detail about the writer. The characters of the novel, I have listed down the main characters of the novel: Jay Gatsby, Nick Carraway, Daisy Buchanan, Tom Buchanan, Martel Wilson, Jordan Baker, George B. Wilson, and Mayer Woolshire. Nick Carraway as narrator. This character is taken from the novel Nick Carraway as narrator. Nick Carraway introduced in the novel first in as a young man from Minnesota, and he was educated from Yale University. He was educated from Yale University. This point we can connect that he belongs from a rich family or educated family. He served after the education. He was served in American Army in World War First. After that, he goes to New York to learn about bond business, and he settled in a Westland. Also, here in novel West Egg Place, known as the homeland of a new rich people. This is original line which I have taken from book. In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I have been turned over in my mind ever since. This line is taken from chapter 1, and it is a very first line. So, by this line, Nick Carraway established himself as vulnerable when he was a young. Here, vulnerable means someone who belongs to a group within society that is either oppressed or more susceptible to harm. This is a second line which I have taken from original book. Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, he told me. Here he told me means his father told him. Just remember that all that the places in world haven't had, the advantages that you have. According to this line, Nick directly says that it is do not criticize anyone. But when we read novel, he is continuously give a judgments to all characters. For example, introduced to Jay's character by the good perspective or a good point of view which is tells us by Nick's character. So how the Nick's describes all character, we introduce that character by that narration. So this dialogue this is line when his father tells him that do not criticize anyone, because if you have that facility not. So maybe judgment or critical, it is not right. But when we read novel, we find lots of judgment upon characters, upon the situations, and all those things. This is a original line. I was within and without, simultaneously intense and replied by the inexhaustible variety of life. These lines taken from chapter 2 of the novel. Nick Carraway says that I was within and without, means he was a part of story, but the story is not his. Fitzgerald make the character of Nick like this: one step, one foot in a party's and richness, and another foot in real life and real world. Uh, one foot in parties mean he attended parties, dinners by rich people like Gatsby and Tom. He meet them, he talk with them, and also he is in contact of them, that rich people. Also in another side, he also describes a value of ashes, lower class society. When we see whenever they go west egg from New York, they passed by the Valley of Ashes. He see the eyes of Dr. T.J. Ickelberg. So all those descriptions also he make in novel. So he is a stand between the two different situations. So how can we say that Nick's narration is an unreliable narration? Uh, we find a two place somewhere unreliable narration. First was incident of accident. When Martha's accident happened, the narrator Nick was not there, but maybe he was told by someone, or he listened, or maybe he assumed. So the or at the when we see movie, we see that he listened talking of Daisy and Tom. So that point we know that actually accident done by Daisy, but he is not there present at the accident place. So the second incident is murder scene of Gatsby. Also there was Nick was not there on the spot when George Wilson shoot Gatsby. So these both narration are like unreliable narration. So this is my presentation. Thank you. And maybe I have cited a wrong one edition of novel. So this. Thank you.
Hello Divya, my question is that if Nick is not reliable, then who is the reliable character in the novel to narrate the story? If Nick is not reliable character, then who is the reliable character in the story to tell us, to narrate the story?
Sorry. Uh, the story is narrated by Nick Carraway, and this is a first narration story. So all uh, the narration is only done by Nick Carraway, and somewhere he is reliable. But I cannot find any other character who is reliable to the story.